What's up everybody, Damon here, and in today's gaming news, we've got new Game Pass editions for February, the Switch is getting closer and closer to the PlayStation 2's lifetime sales, and a new Elden Ring game is apparently in development, but you'll want to check your expectations right there. This is your Daily Fix. While the world waits to find out what the future holds for Xbox next week, Microsoft has announced the Game Pass lineup for February. Available today, February 6th, is Anuchard. Hope I'm pronouncing that correctly. Here's the official blurb. The kingdom of Anuchard has fallen. Generations after the collapse, its surviving descendants have chosen you to become the bell wielder of the magical Audros Bell. Go forth, battle monsters, solve puzzles, and restore Anuchard to its former skyward glory. Okay. Tomorrow, February 7th, sees the addition of Dovetail Games' Train Sim World 4. This is one for the train enthusiasts out there, which are apparently called rail buffs or train spotters. Then, on February 8th, courtesy of EA Play, comes Madden NFL 24, for console and PC, just in time for the Super Bowl. IGN's review returned a 6 out of 10. We said, new animations and improved AI make Madden NFL 24's on-field action the best it's ever been, but everything that happens off the field is a slog of dated modes and laggy menus that brings everything around it down. Moving on, February 13th sees the addition of the Resident Evil 3 remake. This is a great survival horror game that doesn't quite reach the heights of its predecessor, the Resident Evil 2 remake. Two games on February 14th, puzzle game A Little to the Left, and the awesome Metroidvania Bloodstained Ritual of the Night, which returns to Game Pass. I reviewed this one for IGN and I loved it. Now where is that sequel? February 14th sees Plate Up enter Game Pass. It's a cooking action game with permanent roguelite progression. And finally, Return to Grace hits Game Pass on February 20th. It's a first-person narrative adventure with positive reviews on Steam. And just a reminder that MLB The Show 24th, due out March 19th, is coming to Game Pass on day one. Leaving Game Pass on February 15th are Galactic Civilizations 3 from PC and Opus Echo of Starsong. Moving on, Nintendo is still squeezing sales out of the 7-year-old Switch, shifting almost 14 million units in the first 9 months of its financial year. That was actually a 7.8% decline on the same period a year earlier, but Nintendo has revised its sales forecast for the current financial year upwards, predicting Switch sales of 15.5 million, up from the 15 million previously predicted. Reporting its financials for the 3 months ending December 31st, Nintendo said Switch exclusive Super Mario Bros. Wonder, the first side-scrolling Super Mario Bros. In almost 11 years, saw a solid start with sales of nearly 12 million. Sales continue to grow for The Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom, which is now up to an impressive 20 million units sold, but some ways off from Breath of the Wild's 31.6 million. Pikmin 4, fantastic game, is now at 3.3 million units sold, and Super Mario RPG, which came out in November, already reached 3.1 million. The unstoppable Mario Kart 8 Deluxe shifted another 6.8 million units. The kart racer is now up to an eye-watering 60.6 million sold, comfortably the best-selling Switch game and the best-selling kart racer of all time. As for the Switch itself, Nintendo said sales of the console continue to be steady in its 7th year. The Switch is now up to nearly 140 million units sold. It lags behind only the Nintendo DS and the PlayStation 2 in the best-selling consoles of all time list. Incredibly, the Switch is now only about 14 million units away from the PS2. Nintendo said, for hardware, by continuing to convey the appeal of Nintendo Switch, we try not only to put one system in every home, but several in every home, or even one for every person. Looking ahead, Nintendo will release Mario vs. Donkey Kong this month and Princess Peach Showtime in March. And of course, there's also that elusive Switch 2, which is reportedly due out later this year. Everyone's calling for it to be backwards compatible, and with 140 million Switches already out there, I can't imagine it won't be. And finally today, an Elden Ring mobile game is in development, but don't hold your breath. Sounds like it's a ways away and also probably dumb. Reuters reports that Tencent is working to adapt From Software's mega hit into a mobile game, but progress is described as slow. Apparently Tencent wants the Elden Ring mobile game to work similarly to gacha game Genshin Impact, with a free-to-play business model supported by in-app purchases. But the design of Elden Ring, which is a single-player premium action role-playing game, is quote, at odds with Tencent's vision. Yeah, no shit. News of an Elden Ring mobile game comes amid what fans hope is the imminent release of the hotly anticipated Elden Ring DLC, Shadow of the Erdtree. Various changes to the back end of Elden Ring's entry in Steam suggest something is afoot. So far, however, both developer From Software and publisher Bandai Namco have remained quiet. As for Tencent, it appears to be struggling to create mobile game hits based on established PC and console games. Last week, we learned it had canceled an unannounced Nier mobile game. I guess that's what you call a near miss. And that is your Daily Fix for Tuesday, February 6th. Now that you're caught up on the news, watch the trailer for Atomic Heart's new DLC. I'm Damon Hatfield, and for all your gaming news, stay tuned to IGN.